Okay, today is January 31st, 2023. This was a council committee meeting last night in the city of Lorain, Ohio. I'm going to run a 4-minute clip here. And I specifically want people to keep an eye on Law Director Riley and ask yourself, who's he smiling at? Let's get into it. 4-minute video.
Some of them be like, this person's been here longer and they're making less than someone who was hired recently. And that can happen because you just, when you're doing a hiring process, a lot of times it's, you're posting your minimum out there, your maximum range. The person puts their desired and their desired may fit within that range, and you hire them because the market has changed. They're making a couple dollars more than someone else. And when you have people doing the same position, particularly if you have, employees in protected categories, and even if you didn't, you want to try and make sure to compensate people equally that are doing the same type of work, as I'm tripping over my words. And that there can be, misses there. So we try to recommend our clients reviewing that, making sure you're reviewing time and service, performance. But performance evaluations, they are themselves a lot of work to put into place because, again, you have to do a lot of training. You don't want, you want to make sure managers are trying to do it objectively, evenly based on one of the main factors, not based on recency bias, which is like who's performing well right now or who am I getting along with right now versus what happened in, the 10 months prior to this most recent month where everything's going well. So there's a lot to it. We are proponents of merit. Each position we believe, and we try and say has a intrinsic value based on the market data and also looking at the requirements of the position. Within that, the best way we think to motivate employees to do a good job is to evaluate them fairly on merit. But it does take putting into a performance evaluation system, forms, training managers, continue to train them, because you can do it 1 year and then forget, hey, this is how we want to do evaluations. I mean, the biggest thing with evaluations, a lot of managers just don't keep notes on their employees as to what went wrong. And commonly that's the time of year that I get calls and saying we've got a low performer, but the performance evaluation says they're average, but then there's performance issues and they don't mesh up, they don't match. So merit, obviously, longevity, time and service is another factor. Cost of living, keeping up with cost of living those are the three main factors that our clients look at as far as compensation changes, adjustments from employees. How long someone's been there, that's for you have a longevity-based system to account for that. Merit, how someone's performed, and then also market-based cost of living. How is inflation doing? It's a big topic right now. So,
if we looked at a fiscal impact of your recommendations, what's it going to cost the city to implement your plan?
I have started running some numbers. The fiscal impact we stick to initially is minimums, raising people up to minimums, right? Because our philosophy is if we've got a range and we say we're recommending a minimum of this amount, a maximum on the minimum side, people should be on this scale. And you have to bring them up. You can, we do recommend our clients, they can decide if you do it all in one swoop or if you phase it in based on budgetary restrictions, maximums if someone's above the maximum, arguably, then looking at red circling or holding someone there. But for the HR position, it needs an adjustment of several dollars, and there are positions that in the law department, based on where at least my summary that I'll go over for the district point authorities, they would need. It's not, there's not a lot, but it.
All right, there is a 4-minute little clip from last night. I was just skimming through this meeting on the live feed, and I have a lot of questions going on here about Open Meetings Act and people having meetings inside of meetings, and if this is going to be part of the minutes of this committee meeting. I mean, it's obvious that Director Riley is texting on his phone and then smiling and looking up across the room at somebody. I don't know which council member he is, or is he just seeing ghosts walking around? But this is nonsense. We're going to get to the bottom of this, especially the breach of the public data of employees. I'm out.